so in this video I'm going to just show you how I've actually started trick feeding some baby king cobras. So this here is just a corn snake shed. So what I've initially started doing is I wash the pinkies, just rinse off the smell of the mice. Obviously king cobras want to eat other snakes, so it takes a while to convert them over. And this time of the year I don't have snakes available, especially baby little snakes, because we're only now going into breeding season. So I used to just take the pinkies and shove them down a shed, but it's extremely difficult, and if you want to put it down here you've got too much loose skin. So I've recently found another way of doing that. So what I'm going to do is just cut along the ventral scales. This is just a corn snake shed, which the snakes have been eating corn snakes. The kings have been eating corns. So I'll just cut down a fair ways over here, because the ventral scales are a little more rigid than obviously the smaller scales on the dorsal side. So just cut all the ventral scales out. I'm just going to discard those, and then what I slowly do is I'll eventually do less and less feeding. So these kings have been taking frozen thawed corn snakes. We don't ever want to feed a snake that died for some reason, because you never know if it can pass over whatever it died from. And then also you get other snakes with internal parasites and things like that. Okay, so there's the ventral scales. Okay, so now I've just got a whole long little piece here. I haven't actually tried making sausages with them. What I first started doing is just to make little sushi wraps. Okay, so I want to get away from feeding snakes. It's firstly, expensive to feed, healthy snakes to your animals. Obviously, if you get stillborn snakes and snakes that died within the egg and things like that, that works out quite nicely. But yeah, I just do, if I can convert the snakes over to eating mice and chicken, then that's great. Alright, so I'm just going to see which way, they'll work that way nicely, just the width over there. They're nice and wet after the rinsing so that they don't smell much. And then I'll just make a tight little, like a sushi roll there. Just snip that off there. Okay, could have rolled it a little more maybe, but then you got a little parcel just like that. Okay, so that's one. We're just going to continue and we'll see if I can. The last time I tried this they ate 3 each, so I'm extremely happy about that. So it does work. I haven't found any research or anything about this, but I'm sure other people have tried this as well. It's just an idea that sort of came to me. It just makes sense. Snake shed, didn't harm any snakes in the process. I freeze the sheds as well, just in case they potentially carry anything. Because obviously snakes in captivity don't have as a high tolerance to certain bacteria and things like that as wild snakes would have. Okay, so that's pretty much just the process, just making these nice little packages. They're fully wrapped in skin, and then what I'll start doing is slowly but surely less skin. So sometimes maybe after this what I'll do is I'll just try and cover just the head of the pinky, so that there's just a little bit of skin on the head and they get a bit of the smell and taste of the actual pinky itself. And then what I've done in previous with my other king is I'll just take some of the shed, I'll dip it into some lukewarm water, and then I'll just squeeze out all the water, little droplets on the mice itself, so then that will carry a little bit of scent. And then slowly go less and less, and eventually you have them eating no problem on mice and rats and things. So obviously I'm starting with pinkies here, and you're thinking going from mouse pinkies over to rats, it's not going to be much of a problem, but there's quite a lot of snakes that actually don't like the smell of rats if they started on pinkies, so you have to convert them there as well. But I'm sure we won't have too much of a problem there. Seems I'm running a little bit low on skin over here, so we'll see how many more I can get with this, and we'll offer them and see how it goes. So the last time I just left it in there and I left them alone, quiet, because I mean I've only had them for a week, and after 1 week they were settled enough to actually take these, and that was the first time they've ever taken mice with skins on them. As far as I was told, they were only taking baby corn snakes. Okay, so I might have to use some of the ventral scales to cover all these pinkies, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, this is where I'm temporarily keeping the kings. It's just a storeroom. I keep everything separate from my collection for at least a 3-month period, and then after that I'll be happy that they can join in. So snake's just hiding here in the corner. I don't know if we can try and lure him out. He's huffing and puffing. These things are so fast. I mean, you always got to make sure you don't get complacent with a snake, but these things are keeping me on my toes. I see the heads are on that side. I want to try and lure it. Yeah, come on. Like, I am seriously impressed with the way these little guys move. You can just see, I don't know if you can hear, he's huffing and puffing away in there. There's the head. Let's see if we can. Oh, he's coming out now. There's your food, buddy. Look at that. You know that smells good. Yeah, so he's obviously very worried about me and everything. He's all huffing and all over the place. But I just want to see if we can get a feeding response. That would be really cool to capture on video, especially to finish this video off, but maybe it won't work out too well. We'll see. Here we go, come on. Super fast, crazy little snake. Oh, he's smelling it. It smells interesting. Come on, little dude. These things are wired. I have them hooding up to here sometimes, like within a second or a split second. They're so quick. So I've got these guys just on a little thermostat, just sitting in these tubs, as I say, temporarily. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Smell it. Oh, he's smelling. Oh, that smells nice. Come on, little dude. See, my movements and things might be freaking him out a little bit. So I want to just... He's also looking at the tongs, like, what are these huge things attached to my meal? Okay. What I'm going to do is just pop a couple in here. We're going to see if he wants to eat 5 today. Here you go, little dude. No? Okay, so we're just going to pop 5 in here, and then we'll come back just now and see if he's eaten. So we can try the girl as well. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to close up there so he feels safe, but he's definitely looked like he was a little interested. Obviously when a snake is eating something, and its mouth is full, it can't defend itself. So it'd be silly if it's feeling a bit threatened to actually start eating. You know, they need to be able to defend themselves. Okay, so here's little Hannah, my girl. Where are you, girl? Here we go. Come on. I can also hear her huffing and away. Oh, there she is. Let's try it. Oh, wrong side, girl. Over here. Let's see, where are you? Here's your food. It's like fishing, waiting for a bite. I can just see in the reflection what she's doing.
But she's also huffing and puffing a lot. That's obviously like a sign that she's a little bit, oh, there she struck at it. She's a little bit defensive as well. So these guys definitely have to settle in a bit first and get that nice feeding response. Oh, she changed around on me now. She's on the other side like instantly, super quick. She's smelling that. Oh, there we go. Amazing how far they stand up. And how she also like mock charges me quite a lot. Come on, smell there. Just want to move slowly a little bit. Little movements, not to freak her out. Come on, girl. Luckily the snake's got no ears, so the talking's not bothering her. Come on, smell that. Oh, a little smell? No? Well, mock strike. Closed mouth hit, that's all defensive. So they're very, very defensive snakes at the moment. Yeah, little girl. Alright, so I think we're just going to pop them in here, leave them, see if they want to come and chow them. Okay, so I'm just checking on the kings and how many they've eaten. I actually had to remove the hides as they kept hiding away. So I removed the hides and I actually covered them up so that it's nice and dark inside here and they can actually feel safe to eat. So by the looks of it, she has eaten 2 of them and then she's actually spat this one out. I think I disturbed her a little bit, but she doesn't want to eat anymore, I don't think. And I've also got to get going soon. I've got lots of other things I need to do, so I'm going to want to clean up in here. No, there's another one. So she's only eaten 1 and I disturbed her on the second one. But they ate these not too long ago, so they've got enough going for them now. So I'll be cleaning that. I just want to cover that up. We can check on the boy. So pity I disturbed her during that, trying to eating 1. And then here's the boy. He also looks like he's only eaten 1 for now. Okay, I can see a nice little bit of a lump over there. So maybe they're not so keen on the others as yet. But the fact that they are eating them is really good. So we're just going to give them a water change. But as I say, I would leave these in overnight. But unfortunately, I've got to get going. I'm going away this weekend. So I obviously do not want anything in here stinking the place up. So we're just going to give them a nice clean, and then guys are going to just keep an eye on them, but no one really wants to work with them because you can see they are quite feisty little guys. Ooh, hissy. But cool, so hope you enjoyed that little sort of tip. I don't know, you guys, if anyone tries it with their kings, let us know if it works or not. Just interesting little thing that can actually help you get them onto rodents.
Okay, so here you can actually see this King Cobra took from me now. So they're actually getting better and better on taking the pinkies wrapped in skin. So this one here is almost finished. So this trick so far has worked extremely well for me. I mean, this is only the 3rd King Cobra I've tried to convert. But I mean, the first ones they turned down, the second one the female ate. This guy was in the blue, so he stopped eating, and now he's taking them with gusto. So soon we'll be able to just scent the pinkies and leave them in, and I'm pretty sure he'll take them on as well. So once they get a little bit bigger, then I'll go into rat pinks, but obviously being long slender snakes that eat snakes, they need slender meal. So this guy's just had 5 pinkies, which I've wrapped in the shed of a corn snake. So I just think I'm going to stick with the scent of a corn snake. They seem to be quite keen on that. Corn snakes, rat snakes will do. So we just see, now that it's finished, we can maybe just get a little bit closer. Just try and focus on him. There we go. Obviously I don't want to get too close and disturb the little guy while he was busy, but I mean at this rate he's just going to finish swallowing, so I don't have to worry too much. I can get a little bit closer. They're such cool little snakes. Little for now. Hopefully this boy gets to the 3.5, 4 meter, maybe even 5 meter mark. Okay, so this is Hannibal, our King Cobra. I'm going to see if he's interested in eating. He's very jittery at the moment. Come, buddy. So this little fuzzy mouse has just been soaked in a bit of skin and water. So I'll make like a little mash of skin and water just to give the scent. So as you can see now, they are just unscented mice. And then what we'll slowly do is just put less and less scent on the mice, so eventually that we get them onto just mice. So they're doing very well. They're eating about 10 at a time. As you can see, they're growing quite nicely now. And this little guy loves to climb in his little perch area here. He's all huffy and puffy and that, but he doesn't want to let go of his meal. Amazing little guy. So you can hear just that little huffing and puffing going on. Yeah, so that's pretty much how we get them onto mice and rats. And we've been quite successful so far. I mean, okay, I've only done it 3 times, but so far 100% success rate, which is not too bad. But obviously when you're dealing with a whole clutch of babies, it's going to be a lot more work and so on. And cool, so we'll leave a couple in here for him so that he can have at them when he wants. So as you can see here, just in a bit of water with mashed up skin, and that gives enough scenting for them to get a feeding response. Really cool. Okay, now we're gonna try and offer Hannah. She's not as keen to eat as Hannibal is, but she does eat when I leave it in here. We're just gonna see if we can get a bit of interest out of her. Here she comes. Oh, also huffy puffy. Oh, yes, no. Come on, girl. There we go. Oh, yeah, she wants it, but she's also concerned about me and everything. You see? So each little one's got their own little personality. We normally just leave it in here for her, but we obviously want to try and get her to do a nice feeding response. There we go. Okay. So she's very movement orientated as well. If we move and that too much, and she might just drop it and try and defend herself again. Little baby kings are extremely good defensive animals. They're not aggressive, it's all just defense. And try and using, see, there we go, drop, and then using intimidation. So we're just going to drop her. We're only giving 7 this time, because they are a little bit bigger than what we have been feeding. Oh, come girl, back up there. Just getting you lekker breakfast here. Okay, so we'll just pop those in here for her. Maybe you can get her to take one again, and then we'll move away quietly and, well, not quietly, slowly. They've got no ears, they're not hearing anything. There we go, come on girl. Oh,
Come on. Alright, we'll leave her to it. Really cool. Whoa, whoa. See, there's the intimidation. Alright, so we've seen how the king cobras take to rodents with skin on it, and also just the scented. Oh, this one's coming at me now. Come on, back up, buddy. So we're gonna actually give it a shot now on unscented. So these rat pinkies that I've just rinsed, just with a bit of water, so they're pretty much just thawed in water. We're gonna see if we can get a feeding response from them on this. Such a busy snake. Yeah, buddy. Okay, he's all over the place at the moment. So they've been doing very well. They eat every time, and I'm sort of trying to feed them every 3 to 5 days. So I can see they've made a bit of a mess. So I normally feed and then I'll just clean up. Don't want to disturb them too much with the cleaning, and then I want to feed them. Okay, so this is all quite defensive behavior so far. But it's not even standing still for me to just get in front of it. Come on, buddy. Very, very fast moving snakes, eh? A lot of intimidation. Come on. See, that's all intimidation, mucking and carrying on. It's not strike biting on anything. Come on. Smell that. Here we go. Oh, busy filming in the sky here. He looked like he wanted to take it. Because now obviously there's a bit of a smell he's associated with his food, but he's not smelling the corn snake sheds or anything like that. So we just want to just sort of settle down a bit. Here, come. These guys are so good at intimidation. Come on. Yeah, he's just dodging, ducking and diving here. So what I will try is maybe just to leave it in with him. And then if he's left alone with it, he can come and check it out on his own. Because I think he's a little bit too worried about me and what's going on here. Come on, buddy. They're just such awesome snakes to work with. They really are super cool. There we go. He's settling a little bit now. Come on, buddy. He looks like he will take them, but he just gets spooked every now and then. Looks like he actually bit himself as well, in all the commotion. Yep. This is it, buddy. This is the piece you want. Okay, so things don't always go so smoothly, obviously, when you want to film something, but still, this is how it goes. We're just getting part of it. Okay, so you see what a massive difference it makes having a little bit of snake skin and water on these rodents. It really gets the feeding response of them going. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave these in here, and then he can come to them if he wants to eat. If he doesn't, then I'll just scent them and pop them back in. So it's obviously going to take a little bit longer to get him off of the whole scenting story.
Okay, so 5 rat pinkies. It'll make for a nice snack. Yeah, check in the camera, buddy. Cool. Okay, so here's Hannah. We're gonna try and feed her now. I would think she's not too interested in the unscented, but we'll see how it goes. So these rat pinkies have got no scent of snake on them whatsoever, but I'm hoping that they will associate this with food, because I mean they have been eating the rat pinkies. Otherwise we're just gonna have to start getting the smell less and less until the rat smell is pretty much stronger, and that's what they're going to be used to. So it takes a lot of patience, but I'm sure we'll get there in time. Come on, girl. But I just love the attitude of these guys. They're so full of it. Lots of intimidation. Okay, so we're also just going to put her pinkies in here. She can come and investigate. And if they don't eat it, as I say, we're just going to come and scent them very lightly again. Alright. Cool. Oh, here we go. So check him out. Now that he's settled, he's starting to eat. Okay, so now that without me moving around and everything, he's actually decided, okay, he'll eat this stuff. It's the same as my adult female. She's not very keen on taking the food from me, but when I leave it in every time, she eats like a champion. So that's my larger Chinese banded female that eats very well. So that's him off and away on unscented rat pinkies. So they went from mice pinkies onto rat pinkies. Obviously I want to get them onto rats as soon as possible, because they're going to get bigger and bigger, and rats is going to be what they're going to be eating, as well as some chicken, stuff like that. And always nice small slender meals, because they're used to eating snakes. They can't eat large meals, so that's why we started them on mouse pinkies first, just to get a bit of volume, and now they're big enough to handle these quite nicely. Okay, so that's it, all A for away on the kings feeding on unscented rodents. And then we'll just wait for this little girl to settle and come get hers. Alright, so here's Hannah. She's actually started eating. Now she was nudging around at this stuff for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. But now she's also onto the unscented rat pinkies, which is great news. So this pretty much concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helps some of you to convert, if you are looking at converting your kings. Now there's a lot of people who are not really interested in converting their king cobras. They just believe, you know, they are king cobras, they eat other snakes, then go for it. That's obviously fine as well, but personally I can't bring myself to feeding my other snakes to one of my snakes. So getting them onto rodents for me and chicken is a lot easier. I've got another adult which is full grown. She's in amazing condition, raised on rodents and chicken, so no issues there at all. It can be done. But yeah, as I say, a lot of people prefer feeding snakes, and you probably will get a much larger animal feeding snakes. Feeding response, things like that, obviously be a lot more keen. But yeah, we just prefer to get them onto the rodents like this. Cool, and then hopefully one day we'll see if we can produce or reproduce, breed our kings. And if that is the case, if we get that right, I'm pretty sure there's other guys who have also bred kings and they feed them a variety of things like we doing, but they might also feed snakes as well. But yeah, they grow up to perfectly healthy adults. Cool, so I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna eventually get around to making more videos. I know my channel's pretty slow. I haven't even got around to an introduction video yet. I will get around to doing that. And again, we mostly want to provide information about captive care of snakes in general. Yeah, but it's purely informational. That's what we're heading towards. Alright, so she's gonna finish off her meals, and maybe we'll do some little updated videos when they're a little bit bigger. But yeah, since I got these kings, oh, the kings are really creeping into my heart. They are really amazing species to work with.